Hey folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers 2 and for some more True Survival. Yeah, last time, let me land first. We tried to build that space exploration ship, Space Scout, and yeah, we learned that we need some gold, and the gold is one of the reasons why we need to go to the space. So, it looks like we need another approach, and another approach should be probably hydrogen ship instead of Ion 1. But before building that, I wanna check one theory, because that looks crazy strange to me. Oh, I never welded all of them. I see. Okay, well, let's finish that, because what looked crazy to me is that the fact that we have 6 of these thrusters pointed down, which all must equal one big thruster, and yet this ship can't take off properly. So we have 3 thrusters welded up here. We have 1, 2. Oh, come on, show me the third one. Okay, well, let me try one more time. Turning it on, parking off. No, it still can't take off. Well, it kinda can, but let's double check. 3 here, 3 here, and it can't take off as I wish it could. Why it is crazy, I'm gonna show you. Let's spawn one more thruster, medium one this time, like that. We need a little bit of steel tubes and a little bit of these blades. Do we have steel tubes? We have steel tubes, but for blades we need nickel. Alright, so if I weld this guy up, and then let me left all the resources there. And then hey Arthur, and I hope so that I did. If I grind down these guys to unfunctional limit, yeah, to make sure that they are non-functional anymore, and then try to check. Yeah, it takes off without any problems. And oh, come on. And what's crazy about that is if we look at info on a small 1 meter thruster, it says max input 50 kilowatt, and this medium one is 650 kilowatt, which means that this medium one should be equal to 7 small thrusters. But by the look of it, it does not. It commits a lot more. So let's check this out one more time. For now, we have something like 600 kilowatt pointed down. Now I'm gonna grind this guy down completely and replace it with one more to equalize that completely. And maybe in this case we'll see the correct numbers. Is it possible? You bet. You bet, folks. What do you think about that? Will it equalize or not? My bet it is not, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a lot slower. which means those characteristics lie as they can. Well, that basically means that these 1 meter thrusters are kinda useless, because they take a lot of space while can't commit nice amount of thrust. That's good to know, I suppose. Okay. Let's left all our stuff here, and it looks like we're out of copper. So let's get some, because it looks like we're gonna need it at least to finish this guy that I grind down last time but never finished again. And I'd prefer to work with components instead of raw ore, so I need it. Oh, but first we need to replace these guy batteries, because they're pretty low. And this one is on charge, correct? Correct. Wait a second. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. Sorry, it's 5 AM on my end, and I'm trying to keep my eyes open still. Alright, copper we go. That's cobalt. By the way, having some cobalt would be not too silly idea also. I think for that, for that hydrogen ship we're gonna need some. Oh. Okie dokie. Let's make our way towards it. And yeah, where is my lights? And here we go. Start of the cobalt. I think something like 1,000 should be enough. Should be enough for our needs. Come on. We have some more. I was a little bit worried that this deposit is out already, but not. We have something else to get here. I see, we need to go a little bit higher and cleaner space for us. Feels like something was done by Keen in terms of settings. I haven't seen any updates, but the ship behaves a little bit differently. Alright, so iron is not our current need. Oh, silicon, a lot of stuff, and including copper. That's what we're looking for. Easy. And it looks like I tried to mine that stuff already by hands. Okie dokie. So our goal today is to go to the space, and considering the only sufficient approach I see is hydrogen ship. It looks like we're gonna need some hydrogen infrastructure for it. which means H2O2 generator, some tanks, something like that. Maybe we can fit all of that on the ship itself. That's not my favorite approach because, you know, I'm a realism guy and yeah. Having bloody gas station on your car is not a realistic approach. But we'll see. Considering game during that missions game supply the player exactly with ship with H2 generator on it. That might be the only way to do that, but I desperately hope that I can build a proper infrastructure here. I mean, we did build that nice little habitat already, so why should something stop us from building proper infrastructure? Come on, here we go. A little bit more of copper. The thing is that considering this strange progression we have currently, it's like it's not blocking us actually from having some blocks from the beginning. It's just blocking us on size of these blocks, and this means that small tanks, small productions, they are not require any resources that are not available all the way around, but bigger ones, they did. That's why I probably couldn't have a big battery here. By the way, it was checking because... Come on. I see we have a little bit more copper on the top. Let's get it. Bloody ship. Here we go. Okay, let's go back to the base and learn what we have so far. Whoa. I need more thrusters pointed up. Definitely. Because playing with dampeners all the time is not a great stuff. Where is your landing pad? Oh shit, yeah, and considering we have those few bugged out trees, it looks like I'm gonna reconsider approach of building more landing pads, because we can't continue here. There is a bloody tree. Okay, anyways. And the move here, we're gonna put it all the way like that, then grab a little bit of copper, and if I'm not mistaken, we missing steel plates there also. Yep, wire and steel plates, and that's good because now we can produce all first level components for us. That should speed up our building process. Alright, in terms of big battery, can we afford it? Where can I put it down actually? Looks like we need to get rid of these abominations and maybe place a few more walls. Or yeah, walls looks good because they're cheap, they're fast to build, and they should be generally not bad here. Only thing is I wanna have them like this. And of course we're gonna need more steel plates. What make me think that we have enough? Let's order 100 more, probably. So... this new interface, by the way, is kinda a lot more visual and probably gonna be better for newcomers, but ordering a lot of components 100 by 100 sounds like a complete mess. Okay, big battery we go. What we need? Heavy duty plate. I think we can produce it. Lead bar. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need some lead also. And to have some lead, we need, guess what? Yeah, go to the space. Motherboard and wire. Wire is not a big deal. What about motherboard? What do we need to produce it? Copper and gold. Ah, shoot. Okay, well, so... yeah. So, that basically means that we need one more of these. We can't put it here, but we can put it there. So, what if we're gonna go around this tree? Can we? Looks like we can. Great. And how much of this we need? So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5. Okay, that makes sense. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and the same exact stuff here. Oops. Something's off. Come on. Yeah, that's better. Here we go. Now, I think we can actually just copy the part of existing one, which might be not bad. Let's try, but I hope this ship not gonna be on our way. And we need a partial copy. Start from this block, go a little bit up, a lot there. Come on, come on. Yeah, something like that. I hope the game not gonna crash with that much of partial copy. We're not. Yeah, we're not getting that part. That's good. That's what I wanted to see. Nice. And now for the down, we're gonna go all the way. Not that much. Oops. What was that? Ah, we have scale option. What a nice surprise. Ah, and now everything fucked up again. Okay, well. Is that alright? Almost. We can afford something like that. Ouch. 3, let me out. And now we need something like this. Good. Game. Game. What? Oh, there is another 3. Okay, well... that's not good. I don't want to have another 3 right in the middle of our stuff here. Okay, well, anyways, is everything inside the box? Looks like so. Let's try. Okay, game doesn't crash, which is good. Of course, we can't put it here because of the bloody tree. So let's have a little bit more of this in this case. If I go 3 more, can I paste it now here? I can. Magnificent. Here we go. New fully functional stuff. the only thing we need to do now is to fix all these decorations, let's say. Yep. Okie-dokie. Shouldn't be too much of a deal. Come on. Almost. And here we go. And now the same exact stuff there. Ah, no. That's not the way we wanna go. Come on. Like that, and finally like this. Here we go. Looks a bit strange, of course, in terms of support, but, you know, we have what we have. Key, we're gonna need all possible steel plates. Inventory full. Nothing new, nothing surprising. A little bit of welding job here. Wait a second, where is our sunlight? Wait a second. Is it... Oh, we in a shadow of some asteroid. Can you believe... What? I mean... That's crazy. Asteroids now really produce shadows on the ground? My goodness. I not expected that. Well, that might explain why this game is so heavy in terms of graphics card and so on. By the way, I learned where the game lags on my end. It's when we have a lot of glass and a lot of bloody reflections. So, yeah, I dropped out a little bit settings for ray tracing. I hope that's gonna help. But no guarantees. We'll see. We'll see. Okie dokie. Now, we need some more steel plates, which means it's time to get the rest and order. Yeah, assembler. No, not assembler. Where's our smelter? Here's our smelter. I think something like 300 should be enough for us for current needs. Good. Welder, choose my brain today a little bit less, which is always good. A second. Here is the rest. Inventory full. Okie dokie. Question how it looks. Of course. Yeah, welding stuff like that is not pleasant at all. I can't say that it a lot more pleasant this way, but definitely better. By the way, that disbalance in terms of thrusters kinda explains why we have to build our ships as bloody thruster balls. Electronic components. Gotcha. Smelter, give me 100 of these. Silicon. We run out of silicon. Okay, well, let's go grab it. I believe I seen some silicon somewhere here. That's cobalt. Not exactly what we are looking. Here we go, silicon. Easy. I'm not sure, basically, that somebody from Kinside did at least something in terms of balance yet. Maybe they just decided to ship it as is and then make all the job, but... And by the way, to be completely fair, we don't see exact thrust, exact force that those thrusters provide us with. All we see is consumption of electricity, so maybe that's by design that medium thrusters are a lot more effective, let's say. Maybe not. We'll learn it out sooner or later. Don't like that I can't make it with precision. I mean, drill. Because I'm forced to start early, not lose some precious juice of these veins and yep, that takes a little bit of time. And that's it. Really, yeah? Less than 500 silicon in one stuff. Okay, well... It doesn't seem like Verdure is pretty rich planet, does it? Just something. Just something. Okay, silicon, here we go. Yeah, by the way, I totally realized that I fly mostly where the ocean should be. This way it looks not that beautiful. But that's exact reason why I prefer mine here, where we don't have any trees or stuff like that. Firstly, because they are bugged out, and secondly, because I don't wanna waste that beautiful environment we have near our base. I mean, I messed it around enough in the beginning when we kinda was forced to collect resources near our base. Because crushed several ships, you know? Good. Finally some decent deposit. And it looks like, yeah, just a little bit here. And that's it. Yeah, that should be totally enough for our current needs. So let's go back. easy. Not that fast. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, because of absence of gravity, flying ships currently require a little bit more skill. Here we go. Alrighty. Can I have my... these things? Exactly. Good. Didn't I copy this part? Probably wasn't in that thing, I mean, in a copy box. Not good. Anyways, let's finish this construction. And yeah, the reason why I decided to build one more parking lot first is because otherwise, considering that it's gonna be totally a hydrogen ship, it will have no other options to actually fly toward that parking lot. So yeah. Ah, shoot. Steel plates.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. That's it. The opposite part. And then we're gonna need a lot of tubes for conveyors. Did I welded that internal part? I did not. Okay. That explains something. We desperately need that area welders. Because that's annoying. Damn, it's annoying. What prevents you? Ah, yeah. I see what prevents you. Alright. So, some steel tubes and we're gonna go further. Here we go. Now, we need to connect these two things, which means, yeah, and we need a little bit more of those support lines. Speaking of support lines and the placement of that guy. We wanna have it right here, yeah? So we need to replace this guy with T. I hope I not split our line. Yeah, should be like that. But wait, you gotta be kidding me. Bloody tree. And bloody tree it is. Alright. Can we have a line here? I hope so. I really hope so that we can. Nope, like that. Now, like this all the way here. Key. Looks promising so far. Do we need T part here already? I believe so. It's gonna be nice to have a T part because probably later we gonna need a little bit more. Okay, let's weld everything up and hope that it will do that. And we have no more trees along the way. And of course we run out of steel plates. What make me think that we can have enough? Here we go. Okay, good. Now. These guys, of course. And we're gonna need a lot more steel plates. Come on. Give me the correct production. Something like that should be enough. And why shouldn't I, while we're waiting for that, put a little bit more of this? By the way, it's gonna be nice to replace this guy with something like that first, and yeah, something like that. By the way, that's interesting question. Maybe I can put in at least something like this. Yeah, that will save us a little bit. Because I was worried that we're gonna have a bloody hole here. But it looks like... Ah, shoot, it's on the way. Why those trees so bugged up? Okay, well, let's put it here. And I suppose we have to close that. Interesting. We don't have any signs like danger sign yet, obviously, here in Space Engineers 2, but maybe we can design something ourselves? Maybe. Okay, tubes. And here we go. Welding everything up. What's not good either is that we don't... What? You interfere with this guy, yeah? Are you bloody stuff? Yep. Okay. I believe I know how we can work that around. And yeah, I think we can put something like that here. And that will be alright. Okay-ish. Bloody tree. Yeah, that's unfortunate that we still haven't any thinner blocks here, because I'd love to do that from them. And we have no attachment points on these guys. Shoot! How can we work that around? Oh, wait a second. We can do something like that, I believe. Okay, let's mix and match them. which probably can give us the result that we want. It is that I want. Okay. What if we're gonna go like that? Come on, like this. And the same exact approach here. And then implement it with something like that. Looks interesting enough for me. Yeah, of course we need a lot more steel plates. And yeah, we still have it. Now I'm really interested how color gonna be applied to these guys. I mean those cover walls. Let's find that out, shall we? I'd love to have all these guys in our standard yellow color, while that guy's gonna be in bright red. You know what? That looks okay-ish. Yeah, I believe that looks good. Okay, now we need to finish all that railing. Yeah. So something like that, and of course it's gonna shoot. It's not happy here. Okay. I see. We need to make this block free. What I... Wait a second, I need to just check few things. Good. Everything looks good. Just have a lot of lurkers today. No, let's go the opposite way, like that. Sorry, I was just worried that something's wrong with my streams, but it looks like everything alright. It's just too early or too late for most of our viewers. That's why they silent. Okay, 23 steel tubes tells me, or whispers me, that we need some more. And they think something like that should be enough. Yep, and we run out of them already. Not surprising at all. Somebody can't cut properly, by the look of it. Judging of amount of tubes, he need to just weld this bloody rail. Okay, let's color that back, and this, and that. And yeah, that's not bad. Now, we need to finish the same exact stuff on the opposite side, because I hate to have my constructions unfinished. Nope, that's the wrong stuff. Come on. Need to turn you like that, and then it should be possible to go all the way through. Here we go. Or a little bit more steel tubes, and it looks like we run out of iron. No, we have some. We just need to order a little bit more, or what? Okay, let's do that. There we go. Oh, yeah, and totally forget about lights. We need some lights here. That would be real nice to have. These guys... Okie dokie, already finished. Just need to color all them. All of them. Okay, we had these lights on this side, but in case of that white passage, I believe it's gonna be nice to have a little bit more of those. Okay, let's go do that, and to make them we need something like, I believe we can afford to skip at least one of them, something like that, and in an opposite way here. I mean, in an odd way. Yeah, like that. Good. Actually, let me finish the construction first and then weld everything up at once. Nice. Here we go. I like to see my base nicely light up, you know? I wanna see something even at night. Yeah, unfortunately, in this case, we can't use partial copy. I mean, we could for all the stuff I built so far, but we can't for these guys because they gonna be on the way of ratings, floor, and stuff like that. I hope I described that in a meaningful way. Alright, anyways. Suit energy low. Not good, and we need some... come on, construction components. Here we go. Okay, bloody lady, let me finish that building, and I mean these slide posts, and then I promise I'll recharge my suit. Also, I believe, yeah, we have a color for them that need to be applied, so gonna do it. That would be beautiful, of course, to, and maybe even thoughtful to make a ceiling for that pass-through, but I desperately wanna have the ceiling from glass, made from glass. And I don't think that that's a good idea in terms of performance. It was required, yeah, these guys. Because even with those couple windows we have on our habitat, we have performance drop already, which means I shouldn't risk. Here we go. Yeah, 5% of energy in my suit kinda suggests that it's nice to recharge it. My goodness. Okie dokie. Time to... What? How I missed those parts. Okie dokie. Let's go do that. I really tempted to install that bloody mode that allow us to have more colors in our palette. Yes. What is that? Where is beautiful purple colors? Where is proper orange color? What's going on here? Keen. That's crazy. And the most crazy part that actually, this selector can support any color you wish, as we had in Space Engineers 1. They just was lazy and didn't put a UI for it, so we just can't use that features, which is not good. I don't like that. Okie dokie. Here we go. That stuff finished. Which means we should be ready. Wait a second. I really like how our base looks now. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And even that little abomination in the middle adds some charm, I believe. Huh. Don't you think so? Maybe. There is a tree right here. Yeah. It's... No. Not right now. I'm not gonna be distracted. Wait a second. What happened here? Yeah, that explains. I forgot to launch this guy. Oopsie daisy. I shouldn't. What? Give me my stuff back. Remove that. Like this. And it should be like that. Alrighty. I've got distracted as always. What? It's beautiful. It's kinda... Get some details. No, it's fine. It's not a vampire without fangs. No. Shoot. Alright, let's start from this position, I believe. And now if I put this guy... No, not here. I see what we need. We need to go a little bit further. Or actually, what prevents me from just putting something like that? Yeah, right here. The fact that it should be one block higher, probably. That what prevents me. Okie dokie. Ouch! That was close. But we're fine, don't you worry. We're fine. Key. Now, we need our cockpit, obviously. Right here. Speaking about further move. I think I want to have a bigger cargo here. Something like that, probably. And if I put it right on a cockpit, it will look awful. So, what I want to do instead is use... Wait a second. Where is that second converter we have? Why I grabbed only one if we have two? Yeah, something like that. Only for the... yeah. I get you. Okay, and now we can put it, of course, in an incorrect... Yeah, something like that should be nice. Now, we need some thrusters, don't we? And in this case, it should be hydrogen thrusters. Okay. Aha, this one. Yeah, this one is what I'm looking for. And if we put it like that, and like this, we should have enough thrust there. Then we need some hydrogen tank. Can we have... Ooh, this one is interesting, puppy. Do I wanna have H2 generator here? Probably I do. Not that big, obviously. Okay, what about your ports? You have only small ports. That doesn't helpful. Maybe I can put you in the middle there. Looks like I could. Okay, let's leave it for now. Do I need a big tank here, or we can go with small one? What it requires in terms of components? Nothing too crazy. Thrusters, right, right. Yeah, I know that theory. Okay, well, let's go like that. And for the backside, can we afford a bigger one? It should have nice big stuff on its back. Combustion chamber and permanent magnet. Okay, can we produce those? Production... combustion chamber we can produce. It requires nickel and cobalt, but... Wait a second, where that magnet should be produced? Here? Nope. I can't see it here. It should be produced in one of those, refinery or fabricator. Which means we can't afford it yet. Alright. In this case, I suppose we're gonna go with the smaller one. Alrighty-ish. Looks a little crazy. That's true. Key. And this converter have only one thing on its top. Anyways, I wanna cover those ports. I don't like them there. Okay, we need a lot more little thrusters here, because obviously we need some forward thrust, backward thrust and stuff like that. I'm just thinking, how can we do that in a correct way? Considering we need a lot of them. Okay, let's try to put that H2 generator on the bottom first. Come on, like that. And now think about the whole structure of it. We might go with a smaller conveyor. Do we have it somewhere? Nope. We used only big ones so far. This one. We can go with something like that. And if I... let's think one by one, because, you know, I get myself confused already. Alright, well, if I put it like that, it will give me an ability to put some thrusters pointed forward, which we obviously need, but... Wait a second, do we have X? Yeah, we have X, so we could put thrusters forward and backward here. Actually, we have backward thrust, we don't need it. We mostly need up thrust and forward thrust. That might work out. Okay, let's solve our problem with forward thrust first. Probably like that. And then we can put another rail right behind it to put those top thrust. Gonna be real good. So this guy is gonna go like that, and oh, come on, like this. Good. But that might be not enough. Only six of them. Well, I suppose we're gonna find that out. Anyway, we have these two mount points also, which might help us, and we can add more later if we have to. For now, though, we're gonna go further with that. Okay, we need... No, actually we need T's here because... Just because. Don't you bother me yet. Okay. That looks like a plan for now. And finally, where is those guys again? Yep, here they are. And we're gonna go something like that. It's something like this. Ah, no, wait a second. I'm an idiot. We need side thrusters, not up thrusters here. Hope that makes sense. Like that. And like this. Good. And now if we put something like that, should be hopefully sufficient enough for our needs. We can also cover these guys just in case. I hope, desperately hope that that's gonna be enough. Otherwise, we are fucked up. Well, I suppose we're gonna learn that out real soon. I'd like to add, obviously, some things like that. Ooh, look at that. It just perfectly get there. Suit energy low. I know that it's low. What if we put a little bit more thrusters here, like that and this. Then between them, one of these should lay perfectly like that, And here on their back, I'd prefer to have something like that. Maybe that's a right spot to finally cover something with these guys. Ooh. Look at that. Looks like a really good spot. Yep. Something like this. Okay, now for these parts. Or maybe I should weld it up first before editing more decoration, you bloody idiot. Yeah, looks like that's a good idea. Otherwise, I end up having a lot of stuff all around, but being unable to weld it up. Okay, I'm gonna weld it up soon, but first I need a little bit of bio break, so I'll be back real soon. For now, I'm gonna provide you with that view on that abomination that we are going to weld up. And hopefully that's good enough. I'll be back in a minute. Okie dokie, we're back. So, let's weld everything up. Everything we can, of course. And then... okay, we need more construction components. Or we can just shape it around for now. I can't access... or I missing steel plates. Yeah. Can access it but missing steel plates. And... ooh, we ran out of them. Okay. Let's order a few hundred. Should be good enough. Nice. Here we go. Now this guy. And... yeah, we need a lot more steel plates. A lot more of them.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. Okay. Good. Here we go. Metal grids. We're gonna need them. Okie dokie, that's good. That guy. These guys. Okay, how can I weld that underneath? Now we can use some very interesting approach and remove that for now, as well as that. These weld everything underneath, and then use undo feature to place them back. I just hope that's gonna work. Otherwise, steel tubes. Yep. Bit more of those. That takes a lot of time to weld them piece by piece. Yeah, Arthur, okay. I'm looking forward to see that episode. That's gonna be something interesting. Okay. We finish with that. So now let's get all that stuff back and shape it. And we need more steel tubes, don't we? Always need more. Bloody tree. Always need more steel tubes. And we run out of iron. That's kinda unfortunate, so let's go grab some. Here we go, and our iron was somewhere here. Cobalt. Here we go. Easy. We don't need to crash this ship right now. That would be a huge loss. Because collecting resources without it is gonna be a lot longer. A little bit of drilling activities. Yeah, and it looks like this week is gonna be full of space engineers too, because one of my companions Still waiting for his new PC, and his old PC is barely alive. And my second companion is going to spend some time with his family, considering it's Christmas. So for this week, it looks like I'm all alone. So we're gonna have 2 more episodes on Saturday and Sunday. So don't hesitate, find that subscribe button on YouTube or follow button on Twitch if you wanna see more of that playthrough. It's gonna be the same time as today, just different days. Yeah, the general idea here is to get to the space, get some precious resources, and then think about building some base on an orbit, because it looks like we're gonna need it. Then probably we're gonna think about logistics. Okay, this that stuff is finished. Now, where is that second iron? Is it on an opposite side? Looks like it is. Yeah, here we go. But that probably gonna be a small one. Okay, anyways, let's try. Let's try and see how big this deposit will be. Okay. From now on, it looks like I should use just standard stuff because we're collecting some iron already, as you see. I forced to move my ship side to side to actually drill further, and I don't like that. Maybe we need a little bit more drills on this ship. What do you think about that, guys? Sounds thoughtful enough, I believe. Okay. Yeah, that's a small one. That's a small one. Small one and dirty one. Because we have a lot of stone around, just a little bit of iron. Okay, I need to free a little bit more space here to be able to reach these bits and pieces. It might be easier, of course, to go to Chemic for resources, not look them in the space. But, you know, we're not looking for easy ways here. Okay, that should be enough for now. So let's get back and continue welding that ship. Easy. Okay. My goodness. I so desperately hope that till the next during the next update, King gonna fix that stuff for us, and gravity will work, and ships will behave as they should. Because for now it looks like crazy. Trying to trying to work that stuff around and being forced to have a lot of bloody thrusters pointed up even in gravity. Hey. That stuff shaped. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of bloody metal grids. A lot of them. Yeah. Stop. Wait a second. We need to remove those to actually weld conveyors underneath. What is that? Oh. No. Catwalk. Okay, well, I suppose we can work that around from the other way. Okay, where are my tubes? Here they are. And it looks like we need to order a little bit more, don't we? Yep. And maybe a few more 100 will be enough for us. What's good about that welding is that flickering become a lot less annoying in this version of Space Engineers. Yeah, I see. I can't do that yet. And I need to remove this and that to actually get here. Nice. Now let's return them, weld everything up, and then move further, shall we? Nice. Okay, dokie, that's it. Something like that. Now these thrusters, and yeah, it looks like apart from tubes I need to tree. I need to order some metal grids, so let's do that. And I mean, when I say some, I mean a lot of them. Good. That stuff, this stuff, and everybody on this side also. Good. Now. Looks like every block shaped. Let's just finish this construction. What do we need here? A little bit of motors, electronic parts and glass, and here electronic parts and construction components. I see. Let's grab that, this, something like that, and all the motors. And we need... Oof, not enough. And we need few more hundreds of motors. Oh, loosely. That stuff welded. Oh, what I forgot is the battery. Alright, well, I suppose we're gonna need more motors here. Gonna need more motors there. And a little bit of a little bit of turbine blades. As well as here, and this stuff requires only... Okay, why shouldn't we grab those metal grids and start welding them? By the way, we have few turbines here. We're gonna grab all this. Of course, they're heavy. Exactly as in Space Engineers 1. And they need a little bit more steel plates, by the look of it. Key, let's grab some. Yeah. Key, I see. Firstly, we need to empty our inventory, welding in all the components that we have already. That good. Okay, that's that guy welded. I'm just curious about these new resources, because we have a lot more already, and I suppose that this list will be even wider while we go further. Because, you know, currently we have only 2 sectors, and there are more, a lot more. And by the look of their approach, we're gonna have more resources further and further. And that's good on the one side, in terms of, I mean, Mordor's ability, because in Space Engineers 1 we have just not enough ores to actually do something interesting, and editing new ores was quite a pain in the ass. For now, though, looks like we are good. Okay, we need a little bit of this, then these guys, and all that guys. Okay, can I finish with you? Good. And now finish this big boy. Nice. What about that? We need more turbine blades. Okay. Oh, this guy can be finished. And now I hope... No, we don't have enough metal grids, which means we shall go and grab some... Oh, we can finish this guy. Good. We shall go and grab some more cobalt. Yeah. Alright, so all that stuff gonna go back. We don't have any more cobalt or that stuff, so let me in. Let's go grab some cobalt. I'm gonna cheat a bit. Scroll the time to the morning, because I actually wanna see something. I believe as well as you guys, so that would be good. Okay, this cobalt was somewhere right here. Okay. Whoa, whoa, easy. Easy, little ship. Don't wanna have any crash sites here. Oh, look at that. This one is close to the surface. Just hope it doesn't mean that it's gonna be small. But by the look of it, it does. Yeah, that was a real small one. But I see one more. Whoa, easy. $40 meters. Yeah, that should be good enough. Should be good enough for our needs. Here we go. A little bit more of cobalt. And it takes bloody a lot of time to mine it. Probably because that's cobalt. That's interesting. To build the station in space, I probably have to start building it near some asteroid, because in current implementation I haven't seen that feature to convert grids between states. I mean, I can't just go in a control panel here and change this guy to be a static grid. Interesting observation. Oh, one more. Oh, a lot more cobalt, which hopefully give us enough. How much we have currently? Oh, I not unloaded some iron, and we have a little bit more than 1,000 of cobalt. Alright, well, I suppose we should... I don't think actually that we need a lot of it yet. But, you know, I'd prefer to have some stockpile on our base, so let's get some more. But I think when we finish with this deposit or deposits, it would be good enough for us. It should have enough. Come on, grab that. Grab that piece. Ah, shoot. I see, we need to make our way in. Like that. Now we should be able to get everything. A bit more bits and pieces here. Here we go. Okay, 1.7k, almost 1.8. Good. That should be suitable for our needs. Also gonna be good to to empty its inventory completely, not just as last time. Okay. Park, and let's go. The moo, everything gets here. It's empty now. Nice. And we should have more of those. Wait a second. Aha, we ran out of nickel also. Sorry. Okay, let's order these bits and pieces and go grab some nickel. I'm almost sure that I seen some there, or we just grabbed that cobalt. Yep, I see it already. Some nickel right here. And even more. Okie dokie. 10. Almost there. Okay, it looks like it's about time to start mining in a slow way, but actually getting resources. really should think about getting more drills on this guy. Maybe just one more, you know? Kind of form a triangle of drills on its front. Huh. Yeah. Let's do that before the next mining part, because that takes just a lot of time to do. Because I need to go back and forth and constantly mine these bits and pieces. That prevents me from moving further. A little bit more here. Or it just looked like a nickel, but actually it was nothing. That might be the case also. Okay, we have a little bit more here. And I think that I want to start with that one. Let's grab one more, then return to the base, upgrade our drill guy, and yeah, look what else we're gonna need to continue further with that ship. We got 2000s already, so should be good. .5. Can I turn our ship in some orientation where we'd be able to grab that stuff? Okay. Ouch! Don't you stuck in that bloody hole. Alrighty. It seems like we have enough for now, so let's get back. And first things first, I wanna add the third drill. That stuff with gravity just kills me each time. Come on. Yep, park. Here we go. Ouch. Now, drill. Do we have any connection point for conveyor on the top? We don't. Shoot. I have no idea where I wanna put, where I could even put those third drill. Well, I suppose we cannot do that yet. Okay, let's just unload it, because it feels like... Wait a second. Somebody stolen all that stuff already, or what? Did you do that? Huh. Interesting. It says... Wait a second. I'm just curious. Where is all that stuff that we just collected? Yo, game. Okay. Well, I suppose we have to go like that. Yeah, I'm not finished with these guys yet. And they need also steel tubes, so let's go grab them. Now finish with all those thrusters. Good. We can't finish that yet. The opposite side. That's what we should and can finish. And considering that for this guy we need 12 turbine blades, we need more nickel. That's annoying. Anyways, that's the only functional stuff that we're missing here right now. So it should be good as soon as we have that. Okay, let me cancel all this and add something like, okay, let's go 50 turbine blades. And now more nickel. More nickel we go. Okay, I see that we missed one already. Somewhere right here. Okay, game, give me some nice big deposit. We desperately need a big deposit of nickel. Not just tiny ones. Okay. Yeah, the problem with third drill might be that it should be connected in the same exact way, being closer to the container than to the other drills in terms of blocks in between of them. Otherwise, we'll get the same exact problem with that glitch when drills trying to push resources to the other drills, and that end up as a huge disaster. That complicates it a little bit. Okay, I think I'm not gonna mess around with this ship, I mean with our atmospheric miner, with our mule. But next time, when we're gonna think about, space miner, we can consider designing it in a way that actually will help us. This nickel is on this side, isn't it? It is. Feels like that's gonna be our shortest possible way in. Here we go. Might also think about looking for some mode that might increase drill effectiveness, but I'm not sure that I wanna add any mods to the game yet. Alright, I really hope that's gonna be enough to finish that bloody ship. Easy. Be easy. You bloody stuff. There we go. Park. Move all that beauty here. Nice. And yeah, now I need those turbine blades and a little bit of iron plates, I believe. Yeah, exactly. Steel plates, not iron plates. Okie dokie. Yeah, this ship looks awful right now. Let's prettify it a little bit. So I was about to actually put something like that and something like this. And something like this also. And then cover it like that. To have some kind of brackets to hold that stuff in place, you know. Okay-ish. Now, for that part, though, can we go like maybe that? First things first, we probably wanna have something like... That might be a good addition here, I believe. Come on. Can we put it lower? No. Because that stuff is on its way. But like that might be good enough. And now to make it a little bit more sturdy, we can kinda add some of those all the way around. Wait a second. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry. I was just a little bit afraid of its position, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Good. Yeah, of course we need this, that, then don't crash, game. Just don't crash, okay. Whew, that was closer than I prefer. Okay, we can't weld that because we need to weld this first. Here we go, and finally glass and electronic parts. That's what we are missing. Okay. It's always on the way. So for electronic parts, I believe we need something like that, and for glass, something like this. Okay, dokie. Here we go. Now we need to weld this guy up, and we can't. Why? Doesn't have something to keep it in place, or what? Okay, let's provide it with some brackets. Yeah, that's the reason. Why, game, let me put it in the first place? I have no bloody idea, but we have what we have. Okay, for that part, I'd like to do something like that. Kinda cover it from here. Yep. For that piece, do we have something like this? Yeah, we have it. Nice. That corner, this corner. Good. Top looks good already, I believe. So we can go to the sides and then to the bottom. Here we could go probably like that. It doesn't have attachment point there. But we can work that around using these guys. Like that, and the same stuff on an opposite side. Come on. Good. And now something like that. That's real nice. For the bottom. I think what we can do is to put something like that here, and no, that's not the way we're looking for. We kinda like to have rails here, but in order to have them... Oh, actually, wait a second. Maybe we could do something like that. And this. Here we go, rails. How to attach them to the body, we're gonna think a little bit later. For now, it looks good enough for me. Like that. Nice. Yeah, that should be okay-ish. Now, to attach it here, we could potentially go... Yeah, something like this way. Looks a bit silly, of course, but we'll fix that later. Ish. Okay, let's weld that up and see what we've got as the result. Yeah, looks not bad, but we need to hold it at the bottom somehow. And... oh, wait a second. Don't we had... what we don't use here? This guy we don't use here. Don't we had that truss blocks? It should be structural. Truss. So this stuff in group, but that guy is not. Okay, well, no, we need smaller ones, and we need to put it. Okay, something like that, and something like this. It's not attached to anything yet. But we're gonna solve that later. No. It's not the way we're looking for. We're looking for something like that, I believe. And maybe we can do the same exact stuff here, don't we? Yep. Like that. Let's weld it up. What? Oh, steel plates. We ran out of steel plates. What? Okay, I see. Let's order some more. Even like that, probably. Thanks a lot. It's gonna keep us running for a while. I don't like position of this guy. Come on, let me... That's spin, and we can... Yeah, that should be a nice position. Good. I mean, not a position, orientation, and all of those should be moved also. Where is that? Here we go, and they should be in this orientation, because I don't like all those holes. Here we go. That's an interesting question. Maybe we can cover it here with something like this guy. Why not? Indeed. And of course we need more steel plates. Ouch. Yep, here we go. Nice. Now for... we have... wow. Huh. Special button to refuel our hydrogen. That's interesting. Okay. So, they took something like that, so we can potentially use them to cover that part. Yep. Sounds good. And then it should obviously get narrower to the back. Key. I see. Also, it should be good to have some landing pad here. What if we put it right here instead of the truss block? Where we had it? Here it is. Okay. This orientation also nice. Not as nice as the opposite one, of course, but also sufficient enough for me.
Inventory full.
But I asked you to grab only 10. Why you tried to grab 100?
Suit
Probably,
too low.
probably because I mixed that stuff. These buttons, you know. From Space Engineers 1, we all used to use Shift to grab 100 and Control to grab a 10, but here it's opposite. Okie dokie. Good. Good. Okay, front side we're gonna think later. What I wanna do here is probably go like that to make it a little bit narrower. Yeah, something like this, I believe. And now if we... oh, wait a second, we need one more. Now, if we put this guy right here, should look okay-ish. Let's finish it like that. And put it right there. Too far? Too far it is, but what if we remove this guy and put it like that? Hard to say, but it looks like it still sticks this way a little bit further. Or not. No, it might be okay-ish. Let's try to put this guy here and look again. No, it looks symmetrical. Okay. Well, actually, let me do that in a smart way. Like that, and now partial copy. That and like this. And put it right here. Here we go. Sounds good. I just hope that game is going to merge these grids. Otherwise it might be a disaster. Good. Now the only thing left is to make it connected here, for which we can use rather these guys. We can't go closer there, but we can go here. Or we even can go with that. That's an interesting question. Shoot, it looks like I'm gonna rebuild that backside, because I'd like it to be at least one block wider. Because then we can firstly feed this guy inside, in between of them, and secondly, connect it to the top in a proper way. Alright, well, at least we identified that early enough. So you gotta go there, you gotta go here. Let's check our theory. Where is that? Here we go. Yeah, that should be it. That should be really it. Come on. Great. Now, yeah, that stuff in between. Or not in between, or we can go in this approach, don't we? Here we go, and something like that. Good. Now, it's gonna be nice to protect our tank boss from the sides and from the bottom. So let's work our way to do that. Yeah, that stuff might work. The only thing it requires... Actually, it has connection point here, so we can go just right like that. Good. But on the sides, I kinda prefer to do it in a little bit different way. Firstly, I wanna these guys here. Half blocks like that. And obviously like these. But that part, though, I think we might go with that stuff. Or it looks silly. Or we can actually go here with that stuff. Like that. It a little bit sticks here. We can think later how to work that around. But I really like that shape that we achieved with that stuff. Yep. Looks good. Looks good to me. Let's weld it up and think about that lower stuff. Can of course just replace this guy. Oops, that stuff not what I wanna get rid of. We can do something like that. And maybe even replace that guy with just something like this. Yep. Seems good. Let's do the same exact stuff here, but weld it first, obviously. So we need to get rid of you. Put that stuff. I trying to weld everything along the way because I don't wanna split the grid accidentally and lose the part of that thing on its top. On its bottom, I mean. For this part, though, we can probably go with approach of exactly using that stuff just right here. Kinda added additional protection shape. Can we? Yeah. Alrighty. That's enough for that part, I believe. Okay, we have that stuff on top, that stuff on bottom. Front side though. We need to prettify it somehow on the front also. And the last stuff. Such an idiot. I forgot about battery again. Can we put it here, maybe? Don't quite fit. But if we remove that and this, we can put it there. Probably. How I did that again. How I forgot about battery again. And we don't have any other power source sufficient enough to keep it alive. Yeah, that's probably our best approach. To put battery here and kinda cover it with something. Alright. We need this guy here. Now our battery. Probably in this orientation. Why not? Why not indeed? Construction components. Give me just a little bit. Come on. Here we go. Yep, good. And now we need to provide it with some brackets, obviously. And I think we can go with just the standard ones. Oh, seriously, you don't want to put it there. Okay, something like that. Then, come on. Actually, wait a second, I can work that around another way. Like that. Now we can weld everything up and do that using our partial copy. No. Need to go up, I mean down. Up, I mean down. Yeah, exactly. Can I put it in a little bit correct orientation? Yep, nice. Now we wanna put the same exact stuff right here. Almost.
Suit energy low.
Suit energy low. Guess what? Okay. Yeah, something like that. You might say that it looks messy, but I'd prefer to use the term interesting. It's not messy, it's interesting, you see? Alrighty. A little bit more of those. Now we need our landing pad back, don't we? Yeah, we do. I mean, not landing pad, but landing gear. Can we put it right here? I believe we could. But it doesn't have attachment points. Any of those. And it needs... Yeah, it needs bloody 2 cells to be put in. Actually, we can try to fit it somewhere here on the front. Maybe later on. Yeah, you know what? For now, I'm gonna leave it as is. And oopsie daisy, found one missed block. And yeah, believe that should be good enough. By the way, we had some ice. I'm just curious, did that guy grab it or not? No, it did not. What if I put it in this container? In this case, it should be able to, yep, grab it and fill that tank a little bit. So now we have just a little bit of fuel. And I hope that's gonna be... Oops, nope. Forgot about another pretty important thing. And you could guess what it is. Because that are gyros. I want 4 of them. Somewhere. Can I have them in a correct orientation? Game, please. Yeah, like that. The second one. And
Suit energy low.
yeah, I know that suit energy low. Just wait a second. Here we go. Let's weld them up, and then we could more construction components. Then we can split it out and actually park as it should be parked. Here we go. Okay, one more time. I have thrust in all directions, yeah? Am I right? Have thrust down, we have thrust up, forward, backward, side to side. Yes, seems like all 6 directions covered. Hopefully that's gonna be enough for our needs. Okay, good. That stuff is here. Let's break it loose. And it's ready to park. Let's get rid of all these abominations. We hopefully don't need them anymore. Keep our base nice and clean. Okay, and now... Whoa! What? What the fuck? Why? Ah, I see. We just ran out of... While I messed around with those blocks, we ran out of hydrogen in that bloody ship because we had just not enough ice. And of course, I didn't even made a blueprint. Such an idiot. Actually, yeah, I cannot make a blueprint because actually why I need that bloody power module? I don't know. I have no idea. I just so disappointed. Fuck. Well, I suppose I'm gonna start that building again. Or I can cheat a little bit. Just, use Lord Fisher, but not to restore the ship and pretend that this crash was never happened, but instead to just make a blueprint of it, to at least not design all that stuff again. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go this way, so let me save it real quick. Then we can load. Of course, we can do that from this stuff, yeah? We need to go to the main menu. That's just crazy. Okay, load. Settings. Come on. This one, load backup. Probably this one. Can you show me that bloody screenshot? I'm not sure. That looks like exactly the moment when it starts falling down. Yeah, that one. We're probably looking for this one. And I need to finish battery first. Yes, I know that I activated bloody debug menu there. That's insane that this stuff is just fall down. Actually, yeah, I know how I can cut it down safely. I know how I can do that. Let's. No, we're not gonna finish that just now. What we're gonna do instead is get rid of that. Get rid of that flying interior light. And now, if I just place something like that here and here, it probably gonna be merged in one grid, which we don't want.
Energy low.
But if I do something like that, it shouldn't be merged in one grid, which allow me to cut it down, cut it loose basically, and don't be afraid that it's gonna fall, and I could create a blueprint in this case. Okay, we don't need even those guys on two sides. We need it just like that. So let's get rid of that. It doesn't try to fall. It does. Alright. That explains. And now we need a blueprint of exactly this ship, and that's gonna be not a base. That's gonna be our unfinished space. I should think more about its name. If you have any ideas, just put them in chat just now. That's important, guys. I need some ideas. After such a disappointment, I'm not a good thinker of any fancy names. Okay, Scout. I'm gonna call it Space Scout for now. Not too nice name, but anyways. Now, exit to menu with no save. And now load this guy again, but from the latest save. That was just so stupid. I knew that there was just a little bit of fuel, just a few drops, but shoot, Exactly that moment when you like, shoot! Okay. It looks like it was somewhere right here. And now we need that blueprint. Yeah. We need to go here, build, what? Yeah, no contracts here, that's obviously. And place it. Come on. What was that? No. You can't place it like that because it's too low. Alright, well, I suppose we can go like that. One more time. Still no. Ouch, ouch, easy. That was painful. Why can't I put it right here? Put it. Alright. Let's go. No, that's definitely not where I want to put that block. Let's try again. What about now? Here we go, and if we put it a little bit higher. Well, at least, guys, we have the construction back. Yeah, I'm gonna need much more resources to finish it. But I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna cheat and use that save. Anyways, I need a short break after such a disaster, so I'll be back in a second. First things first, let me heal my character. Just in case. I know myself, you know. Soon as... Oh, I know even exactly what happened. You see, that my character has not enough... How I can show you that. It has not enough hydrogen in its suit, so basically it probably even sucked some juice from that ship previously. So, yeah, not a smart way to do that thing. Okay, anyways, I'll be back in a minute. And we start rebuilding that ship again. Okie dokie, folks, I'm back with a fresh coffee. So I'm ready to do that again. First things first. I wanna learn. We have not enough iron. And we have not enough cobalt. So, first things game. First, we need to go grab some more resources. Let's do that real quick. We're gonna start with cobalt, because that's gonna be an easier one. We need just a little bit of it. Iron. Did I mine all the cobalt close to the base? For nickel, I hope we have enough. No guarantee, but, you know. I see some cobalt here. Right near iron. Great. So, let's grab some of that. And then, before cut it loose, I shall go grab nice amount of ice, put it in, to be double sure that that disaster won't happen again. So stupid. Does somebody count ships I crashed? It feels like it was the 5th one. Since this playthrough started. Alrighty. I think we need at least 2000 of cobalt and as much as we can iron then after that cobalt, because we constantly need a lot of iron. Oops. Ouch. So we've got what? 700. That was a small one. Let's look for more cobalt around. Nothing showed up yet. Iron, nickel, copper. Iron, nickel, iron. Huh. Should have more somewhere. Definitely. Silicon, nickel. Cobalt. Finally. Yeah, it looks like I should dig from this part to be able to mine it properly. Come on. We don't need these doom voxels. And here we go, cobalt. Oh, what I also probably wanna have on this ship is ore detector, of course. And we might even think... No, we're not gonna put a big one yet, at least on this ship. And somewhere around was another one. Here it is. For now we have just 1,000, so we need one more. One more 1,000, not one more deposit. Because those are pretty bloody small. But that's exactly the reason why we wanna go to the space. Because there we hopefully will get more resources. Hopefully. If not, we'll have to go to Chemic. One. Probably need more. Because... oh, and we have some cobalt in this direction, it says. Somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere right here. And then the only stuff left is to grab as much iron as we can fit in our inventory, which hopefully gonna be enough for our needs. Come on. Yeah. Having one more drills would be really beneficial. But we work with what we have. And for now we have only 2 drills on this guy. Come on. Ah, shoot. Got stuck. What if we start from somewhere here and get a little bit higher? Like that. Should be good. That should give us an opportunity to actually look up and grab some of these pressure bits and pieces. Here we go. Alright, that should be good enough. As far as I seen, we have almost 3000. That should keep us up and running for a while. Now, that one under the stone is probably small, while this one should be okay-ish. I hope 2 deposits of iron and we should be good to go. Yeah, mining iron is a lot faster than cobalt, basically than any ore here. That's kinda good because we need a lot of iron, and if we mine it at the same speed as other resources, it would be just something awful. I think something like 20,000 of iron should be enough for us. Here we go. Cleaning that and this. And finally, we can reach that spot. Oof, oof, oof. Ouch, ouch, easy, easy, be easy on me. Ship. Okay, I see. I need to manually transfer that somewhere here. Uh-huh. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, that's good. Come on, let's move the rest. Good. Now we can continue. Yeah, unfortunately we have that glitch in game that kinda forces us to do some crazy shit like that. But, you know, that's alpha. That's expected. You know, we might be good even from one deposit. Okay. And our ship become real heavy. Okay. Let's put it in... Oh, easy. In this orientation, get out and grab some bits and pieces that I've seen on the bottom. Can I... Yeah, I can. Here we go. Bits and pieces collected, and now I need to get into cockpit somehow. Here we go. Let's get out. Ouch, easy, easy, easy. Don't you stuck. Don't you stuck here. Don't you even think about that. Okie dokie. Going back to the base. And hopefully welding up our stuff. Yeah, we're forced to fly further and further from the base for resources. E. Here we go, parking. And also we need to unload this guy. Alrighty, now we need a lot of steel plates first, and tubes and these guys to start welding our big guy. And also it would be nice to order some more, I believe. At least a few more hundred of steel plates, at least. Come on. Let's start our welding process. Here we go. That stuff requires some of this and some of that. Okay-ish. Can we grab some of these guys? Inventory full. I get you, bloody lady. Good. Nice. Now that stuff. Yeah, with all these beautiful things that we put on our ship, we're gonna have some issues welding it up, because we're gonna hide a lot of stuff. We need a little bit of motors. And a little bit of glass also.
Inventory full.
There we go. We can put that back. No. Back there, not back here. Okay. Now that side. Good. Now it's gonna be nice to at least start welding this container. And we need a little bit of motor for it. And then we're gonna need a lot more steel plates.
Inventory full.
Here we go. This guy welded. Now that big guy. For which we need 12 turbine blades. That was a good idea that I reduced a little bit more than we need. Yeah, something like that. Let's put them in. And then we're gonna need more steel plates, of course. Oh, more steel plates. Here we go. Back thruster. Nice. Now. Did I... No, I didn't finish this guy. And of course we need those. Nice. Now, that's probably it for these. And we can put this battery. And then start welding everything else. Starting from the top where we need to move to remove some parts to actually weld everything in a correct order. So what if I go like that and then all the way like this? Good. It removes, yeah, not that good. I missed a few more parts. This one and that one. But now we should have access to everything underneath and we should be able to weld all of that. Which is good. And of course we're running out of steel tubes. Do we have some more? No, we don't. Okay. We're probably gonna need at least something like that. Okay, give me at least 50 of those. Yeah, I could work from the backpack using just raw resources, but where is the point? Yeah, if we had I wish we had that bigger welders, I mean grid welders. It would simplify this process a lot. Yes, we could just print that ship using those welders. Just moving it on some other ship. I mean, attach it to another ship and weld from the back to the front or from the bottom to the top, as we used to do in Space Engineers 1, but unfortunately those welders are not the thing anymore. I mean, yet. Hopefully just yet, not anymore. Oh well. Yeah, even if I don't need to design this ship again, welding it up takes a lot of bloody time. Oh, and we need more. Never thought that we're gonna need so much bloody tubes. But we do need them. Alrighty. Here we go with that part. Now let's restore everything else and start welding them. Yeah, that's a lot easier to do this way than we had in Space Engineers 1, because in Space Engineers 1, to get underneath some blocks, I actually had to grind down some scaffoldings and then remember and restore them by memory, putting them back. Here we can just let's say hide them to well, something underneath, and then restore them back, which is a lot better already. Yeah, it would be nice, of course, if developers fix that stuff that we actually can weld through,
Inventory full.
but that way is better than we had previously already. Here we go. What? We have this guy hidden here. Now we can weld everything of that. Let's finish with this side, probably. I hope somebody clipped that moment when I crashed this ship because of my stupidity. Yeah. That would be nice stuff to learn later. Like the way you shouldn't do. There we go. These guys. Yeah, and we need to paint it, of course. We're gonna need to paint it. Alright, what about the bottom? Yeah, we have few blocks that should be welded here. And of course we need more steel plates. Can I have more steel plates? Yeah, I can, but it feels like I should order a little bit more. Maybe like this and a few hundred of those. Because it looks like we have not enough. Okay, bottom is ready. I mean, that part is ready. Ouch, let me in. Good. Just a few more bits and pieces. Here we go. Alright. Let me out. Let's weld our front, shall we?
Suit energy low.
Suit energy low, and we need more greets. Let's start our greets production while we go and charge. Good. That makes me feel good. Yeah, let's grab at least a little bit more of that. Hey, where was I? I was working on these front thrusters. Yeah, I also did some experiments and learned that for lights it doesn't matter their size. I mean, the only thing that size affects is the radius of that spot that it actually light up. It doesn't affect distance, it doesn't affect brightness, only the spot radius. And that's unfortunate, because I'd love to have a little bit further light. But anyways, we have what we have. Hopefully later on we'll have the setting for that to kinda be able to do that in a correct way. To just configure light to distance we need, and that would be real nice. Just a little bit more. So, steel plates.
Full.
Just a little bit more of welding, and then we need to do paint job. Check that we have all these systems that we actually require for this ship mission. And go grab some fuel, obviously. Good. What do we need for that? Just glass. Okay. That's not a problem. Okie dokie. Glass back. I mean our solar panel back. Yeah. These parts we need to strengthen connection of this guy. Come on, let me in. Here we go, and now something like that. Partial copy. That and like this. Put it here. Then somewhere here. And one more. There we go. Nice. Now, about landing gear, I probably wanna put something like that in the middle here. And on its back, we can put just our landing gear. This crash taught me that I really should have a landing gear on ship, because it might save us. By the way, can I put these guys in? Yep. And that would be nice. I still can access that battery, but we have barely, at least visually, more protected. Good. Do I have those? I don't. Okay, let's restore them. Our gyros. One here, one there, and two on the opposite side. Like that, and this. And we're gonna need some motors for them. Ouch. That wasn't the motor.
Inventory full.
E, that's better. Alrighty. I found some missed part. Okie dokie. And I see some missed part there. Ah, no, that's just a control panel of the battery. Alright. That's not missed part. Good. Now, for the lights. We obviously need some nice lights on the front. So let's do that first. One here. No, I wanna have them in the middle of these guys. Good. Then I'd prefer to have some lights pointed down, and we actually can put them like that. And like this. Then for lights pointed out, we can go like that or not. Or I can put something like this to give it a little bit more interesting shape here. And on its top we actually can put light. Yeah, but first I need to probably weld that stuff like that. And where's our light? Here we go. Yeah, we're running out of construction components, and we don't have any more, so let's order a few hundred. Also, I don't think that I need any of these in my inventory. More construction components. Good. Now, for that part, oopsie daisy, we need something like that, something like this, something like that. Now we can put one more light. The idea is that when you're flying in space, you typically wanna see in all directions. That's exactly what I'm trying to achieve here. Obviously, the pilot likes to have a nice lit space in front of it, but for all other directions it should be also good to have some more lights. So, for lights pointed up, where we wanna have those? I think we can put them right here, like that. Of course, we're gonna need more construction components, because we need more lights. Here we go. Top lit, right side lit, bottom lit. Great. The only thing that we need some more of these guys. Can I put it maybe like that? Just support lights, you know? Nothing too crazy, just for support needs. Good. Also on the top, we can hopefully, no, we can't put it there, but at least we can put it somewhere here. Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? And somewhere there. I hope it's in the middle. Yeah, and this one. Good. And finally, I want to have something on the bottom here. Just to be consistent. Something like that. That also might help us with parking. Okie dokie. Oh, wait a second. What about backlights? Yep, we need some more. That explains why we need battery on this ship, isn't it? Okie dokie. And the last one. Good. everything's lit up, which is real good. Now, for the front here, what we can do on the front? I think we go this way. Will it be too silly or just okay? You probably already noticed that I really prefer this angle instead of 45-1. What I can do? That angle looks a lot better. Yep, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Key. Good. Come on. Steel plates. Again.
Inventory full.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that guy is technically ready. Maybe just a few bits and pieces. Game, don't fall, don't fall. Oof. That was just a safe moment. Here we go. Good. Okay, let's restore our energy and think about painting job. And then we can probably move further. So, since that's a scout class ship, we're gonna go with our standard red for scouts. That also was suggested by my friends, so why not? Why not indeed? Little bit of red paint is never a bad stuff. Maybe I wanna mix it with something black. That would be a nice stuff. Something like that. Now let's try to add some black pieces. Maybe like that. I'm just bothered by not enough light. Yeah, I wanna see something when I do this job. Good. That guy can go black also. And all of this. Nice. Now, you know what? I probably wanted this be black all the way around, just to keep it a little bit more consistent. And no, this guy's gonna be white. Gonna be red, not black. But that guy should be also black. Good. Now that and this gonna be black. Then we actually can go and do something like this. Great. And now if we color this in black, it would be beautiful. Okie dokie. For thrusters, though, I think we can add maybe a little bit different color here. Yeah, maybe dark red. Yeah, that works. That works definitely. Okay, this guy. And this red even feels rich. Don't you think so? Okay. Real good. Here we go. Considering we colored these guys in dark red, why can't we go and do something like that? Okay. That sounds good. Now, let's grab that red and put all these guys in it. Here we go. Nice. Now, about cockpit, I wanna probably go this way. About these guys, though, I think we can add something like that to make them a little bit different from the rest of the stuff. Yep, these guys should be in a correct color. Almost missed them, and I believe I missed few more here, like that and like this. Looks good already. The only thing is this guy should be in a correct color. Now, all those should be in a black color, because those are support structures, you know. They shouldn't be lit too bright. That, all this, nice. This support structure also, that one and this one is a support structures, while these guys are elements. Good. Actually, let's weld all meaningful pieces, I mean all important parts in this red stuff. And here we go. Looks not bad on me. Well, Arthur, you see, that took a little bit more time than I expected because I welded once, I cut it loose, and guess what happened? Yeah, it fall and break. So I was forced to do that again. My typical activity, nothing new. Nothing crazy. So that stuff is ready. I wanna just put... shoot. Can I? No, I can't. I can't get to that element because it's hidden. Alright, so I suppose I just need to return its color and paint these two also, as well as that guy. Good. Whew. Now we are ready. No, I don't forget to pay bill. I just forgot that I have not enough fuel in it. Key. Where is the closest snow? Looks like there. Okay, let's go grab some snow, shall we? It would be nice, of course, to find some ice, but... Anyways. I hope, Arthur, you're at least happy with that color scheme that I'm following. Following your advice, let's say. Why are we in the middle of clouds already? Okay, silicon, copper. Oof. Yeah, I see we're real high and the gravity is not great here, so I'd prefer to go lower because our thrusters struggling, and I see the first ice deposit already. Let's start from that point in this case. Why not? Well, you know, I'm not a huge fan of red, to be honest. I'd prefer to go with purple stuff or things like that. I actually like a little bit more mixed colors, let's say. Okay, 10k of ice is our goal currently. And it looks like it shouldn't be a huge deal for us. So maybe we can go with 20. Yeah, why not? Let's collect some more. More fuel is always better. Oh, inventory full. Easy, easy, easy ship. Easy. Alright. Let me access that container. It should be somewhere right here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken, of course. Yeah, it should be right there. Oh, it moved the stuff already, so we should be good to go back into here and continue our mining. Here we go. Almost 20, and actually we can collect just some of that. Nah, we can't. Okay, well, suppose that's enough. Anyways, so let's go back to our base. Oh, thrusters struggling as they could, just as they could. Well, well, well. Soon as our turn, I'm gonna move some ice by hands into that ship, and then probably get a little bit of break. As you know, we welded all the ship. that took a lot of time, and I believe that I deserve a little bit of break. Easy. Ship. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Let's get a little bit here. Now turn off our dampeners to get lower and finally land. Nice and easy. As a bloody feather on a wind. Okay, so first things first, we need to unload mule right here, then grab as much as we can, but first I need to move all these guys here. Now get as much as we can, put here, which should activate our... Yep, it did. Now, I want to look into our tank, make sure... make sure that it actually fills up, and it does. Okay, one more time. We have thrusters pointed down to all the sides, everything, and... Okay. Wait a second. Wait one bloody second. I'd prefer to be double sure this time that everything is alright. So let me put a little bit more of grades here. Just in case it decides to fall again. Just in case. That's probably not gonna be enough. Okay, that might be enough. Here we go. Good. Now it should be ready to cut loose. Okay. What if I ask you to... Come on, game. Okay, good. Wait. Aha, it's parked. It's parked. Can you believe it? Just crazy. Okay, now it should work on refilling its tank while I get a little bit of break. And when I'm back, we finally will be ready to go into the space. Isn't that amazing? I believe it is. And we need to rename it. Okay. Last chance for some nice name. Drop them in chat and we'll select something. Otherwise, I'll select myself, and don't you cry about that later. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okie dokie, we are back. And I see no propositions about name. So, I'm gonna call it Space Dragonfly. Yeah. Exactly like that. Now, let's check our tank. Actually, it would be nice to group all that stuff, isn't it? So, let's group all thrusters first. We're gonna call them, Fighter thrusters. Yeah, thrusters. I promise I can spell. So that's gonna be gyros. Gyros, my goodness. Something. That's gonna be support lights, and those ones gonna be main lights. Main lights, like that. Good. Now it's gonna be a lot easier for us to see what's going on here. So, what our battery says, 40%, not bad. What our tank says, 100%. That's great. And now I wanna put in all the stuff from the base first. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, of course I forgot something. And by something, I mean this guy. We need to put this guy somewhere. And that somewhere should be that here. There might be a good position for it if I can squeeze it. Probably could squeeze it, but then it would be real hard to weld it there. Okay, where we have space for it. Somewhere here, maybe. Or right on the back. I don't like actually to see it too much outside. I'd prefer to see it somewhere in. Okay, let's put it like that. And of course now we're gonna have struggles trying to weld it up. I probably should do that from the opposite side. Okay, we need electronic parts, a little bit of wires. Let's go grab them. A little bit of electronic parts, and we have no wires, so why shouldn't we produce some? Nice. Hopefully that's enough. Here we go. Now we need to put at least an armor block here to kinda keep it consistent. And yeah, of course we need to color it correctly. Like that. Good. That's real good. Now, we need to make another blueprint. Exactly like that. Good. Okie dokie. It feels like we're ready. The only thing is we need to put all that stuff here. No. That go back. And there's Space Dragonfly. We're gonna grab all that stuff into our cargo container. As well as all this stuff. Oof. What? That stuff can hold 32 tons? That's crazy. Oh, that's cargo container. That's... Oh, I just mixed them. Sorry. I was just surprised that O2H2 generator has that much capacity, but that's actually a cargo container. Whew. looks like we are ready to go to the space. Well, unpark. And up we go, I believe. Let's look on the planet while we go. Oh my goodness. Magnificent. That looks just magnificent. We are flying all the way to the space. So what we are looking there? We are looking for gold. We are looking for lead. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Of course, somebody decided to put some name suggestion right after I name it already. The Baron. It's big and red and falls down a lot, just like Richtofen. Okay, well. No, that's the dragonfly already. I'm sorry, Arthur. I'm sorry, but you missed that opportunity. All right, so we are in space. Now, we need to find at least some rocks, some maybe asteroids to learn. And they can't see nothing. No bloody rocks around. Huh. Interesting. Am I blind or there are really no asteroids around? That's the bloody station. That's not what we are looking for here. Wait a second, is that... No, that's some distant stars. Huh. So you wanna say that this part of the space is empty or what? Wait a second, it looks like I see some flying rock here. Or... Aha, here we go. See one? See one? Let's go explore it. Hopefully we'll be lucky enough to find something interesting from first few asteroids, because otherwise that's gonna be a long journey. Okay, how our front thrusters behave? More or less endurably. Beautiful small asteroid here. All right. What you can offer us? Iron, gold. Look at that. Just look at that. First rock and we find gold already. Where will be the closest point to reach it? Of course we have some ice also. It looks like it's on the bottom of that rock, doesn't it? Well, yeah. We need to drill a little bit. What is that sound? Oh, that's probably our O2H2 generator. Alright, well, I just realized what I forget to put on the ship, and that's, of course, antenna. Oh, wait a second, what do we need to do that? Because I'm in a high risk of not finding my ship when I need it. Yeah, that's the question, of course, when I wanna where I wanna put it. Oh, actually, it might be put right there. We need steel tubes and electronic parts. Steel tubes is not a big deal considering we had some iron near, but for electronic parts we need some silicon. Okay, anyways, let's grab some gold. I don't think that I have bent enough hands to mix, to kinda lose my ship while I'm in a bloody hole that has only one exit and it's toward the ship. But later on I definitely need to install antenna on the ship. For now I'm gonna grab just a few bits and pieces of gold using my hand drill. But later on we of course are gonna build a space miner. That's a good deposit. Finally getting some ice. I mean some gold. I think we're gonna collect something like 2,000 here, and that's should be enough. Also, we need to find lead. Okay, good. We have that. Let's go back to our ship. And unload. Good. Now we need to put GPS coordinates for this guy, and to do that we need to go to the map and add GPS marker, which is gonna be resource. We have H2, iron, water, and gold. Like that. Nice. First resource GPS marker created. Now let's go grab some iron to weld this antenna as soon as we can. Then learn some other asteroids. Has some nice hole in it. Okay, just a little bit of iron, not much. Here we go. Let's start welding our antenna, which is here. Okay, electronics parts. Now I wanna look into that hole. Yeah, it's just a kinda cave in this asteroid. Good. All right, so we need some other rock because this part is empty. It's just the stone. All right, let's look around for other asteroids. It's become dark here, which is not good. Which is not good at all. Alright. Let's fly somewhere and maybe we'll find some more stuff. From the short-term goals, we need just silicon, and from the long-term ones, we need lead. Yeah, I can't see a bloody thing here. Maybe we wanna scroll time a little bit. Because looking for dark stones on a dark background is not too great. Oh, wait a second. I see a few stones. Good. One here on the bottom and one more on the top. That's really good. That means we can find something else interesting here. Ooh, look at that unknown signal. Right on an asteroid in front of us. Great. Let's explore it also. Lowering the speed a little bit, because we don't want to smash our ship on this asteroid. So, what do we have on this rock? Except for unknown signal, of course. Interesting question. But it seems like it's empty. Besides of an unknown signal. Key. Interesting. Alright. Let's look inside. Few boxes. Oh, look at that. Some goodies. Some more goodies here. Which might be real helpful. Ooh, O2H2 generator. Can we maybe... Ooh, look at that. Chromium. More stuff. More fuel for us. That's real good. Fuel is always great. Now, do I want bits and pieces of that stuff? That's an interesting question. The hydrogen tank is full. Well, I'd love to have a little bit of electronic parts. Can we have a little bit of electronic parts? Exactly. Here we go. Now, I don't think that I need these guys, though. Let's grind down them, because we have different battery there on the bottom. And actually, I probably gonna leave that stuff as is. I mean, I was about to get rid of its battery, but I'm not gonna do that, because we can, of its antenna, because we can do something like that. Now, just a little bit of iron to finish that stuff. We have our own antenna, and for its antenna, we can just name it. And maybe use it as the foundation for our later base. Tiny asteroid base A. It says unknown signal here. That's interesting. Can I build on top of it? I cannot, because that's not my structure, so it's pointless to left it for... Okay, in this case, let's create GPS marker for it. Unknown signal. Let's say wreck base. Like that. Good. At least we know that there are nothing except for unknown signal. Let's explore that rock. Maybe it has some resources. Well, at least our ship have antenna now. And whoa, 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 whoa! Ah! I have no bloody words. Yeah, 1,000 kilometers per hour is not a great speed to fly on. Anyways, folks, we know where our resources are. So this ship is actually made its job. So what we're gonna do next time, because that's gonna be it for today. What we're gonna do next time is build some probably mining ship to colonize that orbit and to put something on it. Bloody asteroid, now I see it. That's probably exactly asteroid where where I end up crashing our ship. Our precious ship. Yeah. We're gonna build some space miner and go there for more resources in a more meaningful way. For the Dragonfly, I probably gonna restore it, but off camera, to not bother you with that activity again. And I see you at Saturday, the same time. Hopefully we'll meet there and continue that journey. What else I might do offline is to extend that stuff a little bit more, to have one more landing pad where we will start building our space miner. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks a lot for being here. Thanks a lot for your support and for everything. And we'll see you later, probably this Saturday. Bye bye, folks.